Hi, I'm Renee Bullock. I'm the Executive Director of the Commerce City Chamber of Commerce, and I'm over here at BPL Plasma in the Parkway Center. That is one of the leading entities in COVID virus research in their plasma extraction. I'm here with Sanford Williams, who is the manager of BPL Plasma, and I would like to introduce him. Hi, Sanford. How are you?
How you doing today?
Very good. Can you give us a little bit of information on what BPL Plasma does here as far as extracting plasma and what uses it goes to?
Yeah, of course. So basically, here what we do is we extract plasma from the donors, and so when a person come in, basically a quick note, we collect the plasma, which is the liquid portion of the blood cell, red blood cells, and in doing so, we return the red blood cells back to them, and we give them saline at the end of the process, and we store that bottle into a freezer for over 12 hours. Every 2 weeks, we ship it out for fractionation and extraction process, and we turn it into medicine.
I hear the Bill and Linda Gates Foundation gave a grant to BPL Plasma, and Commerce City was one of the leading ones in extraction of plasma as far as the COVID virus. Can you explain a little bit about what that process was and what the grant came from and what it's leading to?
Yeah, thank you. So, Bill and Melinda Gates funded the program. It is BPL Plasma and two other companies that is helping contribute to the COVID-19 virus. And in doing so, we're trying to locate certain antibodies within that plasma to help fight off the COVID-19 virus. So in this program, we have it's called the COVID program. And in doing so, we have two different types of programs in that COVID program. We have the COVE CCP and the COVE CIP program. The CCP program, you could come in, bring your, if you were tested positive for the COVID-19 virus, you would come in, bring that form. As long as you're 14 days removed from that, you can join the COVE CCP program. And in doing so, you would get paid an additional $20 per donation each visit at the end of the process. The COVE CIP program, basically, we would collect a sample from you, and in doing so, we would send it off to get tested. If you test positive for the SARS antivirus antibodies, we will put you on that program, and again, you will get $20 extra to each donation. Basically, what we do here at the end of the process, you will, after you finish donating, we will pay you for your time, and in doing so, we will give you basically like a reloadable card, and each time you come in, that money will automatically goes on that card, and you will get that within 10-15 minutes after your donation process.
Can you tell us, not with the COVID virus, but with just the regular plasma donation virus, what the financial, what is the financial benefit to people that come in and donate their plasma?
Yeah. So obviously we were one of the first centers into starting this pilot program, but outside of the program that we do offer, we do also have we also collect regular plasma as well, and it helps treat anyone with immunodeficiency disease, also with alpha-1 deficiencies as well. And we, again, extract it, go through the vaccination process, and turn that into medicine and provide it for the hospitals. Right now, we are at a shortage in hospitals for that medicine, and we do need everyone's support in collecting plasma. I know it's a very, very tough time right now for everyone, but if you could please come in, help us contribute to fighting off this COVID-19 pandemic, it would be very, very helpful in doing so. So basically how the process works, when you come in, you'll provide 3 forms of identification. You would provide proof of address. You would bring your social security card, driver's license as well. If your driver's license match your current address, you will, that would be fine. If it doesn't, you would need to bring in another form of address. After that process is done, you will go to the screening booth. You will get screened. We test for protein, your protein level, hematocrit, pulse, and temperature as well. We do have everything set up in the center in the wake of the pandemic. And as soon as you walk in the door, we do check your temperature. Everyone is required to wear a mask, including employees. We'd have hand sanitizer that's available at all times. We incorporated the 6 feet social distancing as well. And we have all our beds 6 feet apart as well in doing so. So again, we took all the safety measures in with this pandemic, so that everything is very, very safe. We use disposable soft goods once you get to the donor floor. We are very, very good phlebotomists as well. Everything we use is disposable. And so at the end of the process, you will receive saline. If you don't get that saline back, you will get you will give you Gatorade at the end of the process. We have an excellent medical staff as well. At the end of that process, your plasma goes into a freezer again for 24 hours. Every 2 weeks, we ship that plasma off, and again, they perform a vaccination process in order to turn it into medicine. So I think there's a lot of misconception out there as far as what we do in plasma, and I just wanted to, just let you guys know everything is very, very safe. It's for a very good cause, and we want all of your support all the time.
I noticed when June and I came in, we had to fill out a form. We had our temperature taken. We had a sanitizer and everything before we could even go past the doorway and everything to even interview with you. If I was a regular patient coming in and speaking for the first time and then speaking for concurrent times, what is the time constraint for the whole process? Like if I was a first time visitor coming in, filling out all the paperwork, how long is that time constraint? And if I've come in 2 or 3 times, what is the time constraint for that? So I would know how much time it's going to take each time to come in and do this process.
Yeah, of course. So basically, if you are a new donor, the process usually take between an hour and to 2 hours, because you do require a physical in that first donation process, obviously, and we have to enter in all your information as well. Right now, we are obviously very slow. We want to get busier, so that process will take maybe half the time due to the pandemic. Once you finish that first donation, after that, the process usually takes an hour to an hour and a half max. And we have a very, very good track record of getting people out of here on time. So basically that process would take an hour max right now because of the great staff I have, obviously. So the process doesn't take long at all. It doesn't take much of your time. Again, you get paid for your donation process. You get paid for your time. And you can make up to $500-$600 depending on what type of bonuses we have each month. And people often use that for groceries, or if they want to take a vacation, or if you save that money up to a year, you can make somewhere close to about $5,000 is projected. So again, you can make extra money while helping save a life. Plus on top of that, with the COVID-19 program that we do have, again, helped back by Bill and Melinda Gates, we are you're helping to save lives and actually contribute to for the cause of finding that cure for that COVID-19 virus.
When I was in the service, we used to have to go to a shot line when you first get in there and everything. And at any given time, you'd go through a line and maybe get between 10 and 12 shots at one time, both arms and everything. And I was one of these people that I hated needles, and they always expected me to faint and everything. What is the process here as far as I heard you say you have great phlebotomists, so it should be pretty much painless when they insert the needle for drawing the plasma. What is the process for drawing the plasma, and how does that differ from a blood drive?
Yeah. So the first thing we do is you get a finger stick in the screening booth before you even get to the phlebotomist. And then so it's a quick little finger poke. We extract blood from your finger, and with that we test your iron level and protein. After that process, you would go to the donor fluid. We use 17-gauge needles. Again, they are the bigger needles, but honestly, you won't feel a thing. Our phlebotomists are great. Everyone I hire has phlebotomy training, plus we train them again once they get in-house. The initial stick, obviously, if you don't like needles, the initial stick is the hardest part, but after that, as far as the donation process, it flows. We ask you to make sure that you eat a full meal before you come in, drink plenty of fluids the night before and the day of, and you will not be worried or feel a thing. In that process, again, we use disposable soft goods, and what we do is we have two types of solutions. We have an anticoagulant solution, and we also have a saline solution as well. The anticoagulant solution separates the red blood cells from the plasma. In the bowl, the machine does all the work. We use PCS2 machines. Same thing sometimes used for if you're donating blood or you are going to get dialysis or anything like that. Once the plasma is collected, at the end of the process, you receive saline. If you don't get that saline back, we do give you Gatorade at the end of that process to replace the electrolytes in your body. The difference between the two, as far as donating blood and plasma is more safe, and your plasma regenerates within 24 hours. And that's why you can donate twice a week in a 7-day period. With blood, it takes a little longer for it to regenerate. So that's why you can't donate as often with red blood cells instead of plasma. Again, basically we extract the plasma, we return your red blood cells back to you. Plasma again regenerates within 24 hours, and again, it is an awesome process. I have tons of employees that donates as well. They want to help contribute for the cause, and honestly, it's a great cause. And at the same time, you're making money while saving a life. What more can you ask for as a humanitarian? You know what I mean? So we invite everyone to come.
Well, you've convinced me. I'm going to come out probably next week, Monday or Tuesday, and I'm going to have, if it's possible, for June to go through and film the whole process where I go from the beginning to the end and donate. I guess you don't have to watch the whole me donating after, but I'm going to show our audience where it is a safe process and go through it. And I can tell you right now, I hate needles, but I figure if people can see me do it, it's going to be a benefit for anyone else to do it, because I truly feel that this is one of the things that might help hurry this disease along and get rid of it and work towards finding a vaccine and make some money in intern. Okay, but this will be the first of 2 interviews. You'll see this, and then the second one you'll see where I go through the process of giving my plasma. Do you have anything else you would like to tell our audience out there?
Listen, again, this is for a great cause. BPL Plasma is at the forefront of this process. We are doing great things. Our customer service is second to none within this company. and at the same time, we are one of the top centers in this company as well. So if you're in the Commerce City area, Denver, surrounding areas, we do invite you to do come in. Again, I can assure you myself that everything is safe, and you will be provided with the best customer service that you can find anywhere. Again, if it helps, I will also donate, and we can do it together.
Okay, that sounds great.
And listen, if I could do it, and he could do it, you can as well. And obviously, we're gonna find a cure for this virus, and we're gonna get back to normalcy. All right. Thank you, everyone. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you again.